Welcome back, one and all, and it's time for another dose of short track races here. As you see, we did a short quali, and it's another pole for us, following on from last time's double pole position. And as you see, we're in the wet here for the short track at Silverstone, and it's 5 red lights, and we're underway here. And you see, we've already been mobbed by the Mercedes to our right. He is already past us before turn 1. He's flying already. See, we run a little bit wide as we're everywhere at the moment. And we go diving down into turn 1, tucking in behind the Mercedes. He's gone a little bit too deep, but he's going to keep the positions. He is very treacherous here, as it is an absolute downpour at Silverstone, raining cats and dogs. The cows are definitely lying down today. You see, we're right behind the Mercedes already. Put it up into hot lap and standard fuel low. We're not going up into rich. We haven't got the fuel for that. We're going to go diving down the inside, but he's cut across a little bit too late, and a bit of contact as we both slide about. You see, the Haas goes inside. We're hit by people as we move back onto the racing line, and he somehow only dropped down into P3. There's carnage all everywhere. There's a Ferrari looking up our inside, but we're a bit later on the brakes than he is, and the McLaren's gone in a bit too deep as well. And so we move on to the following lap, lap 2, the end of lap 2. Right up behind the McLaren, pushing him round the corners as we go fastest in a 54.8. We're right behind him, and he could be going a little bit deep, a little bit compromised through turn 1, and we're going to be all over the back of the husky chocolated rear wing McLaren, and diving down the inside, getting the move done on that McLaren. And we're clear. We can now have a run at the Haas. You see, it's taking us till the end of that lap. The end of lap 3, and we're right behind, this time, the Jack Jones rear wing Haas car of Pedrino. And there's a car that just sat on the middle of the main straight, just about avoided him. You see, again, the Haas has gone a little bit wide, and he's going to be a little bit compromised going into turn 1. We're right behind him, send it up the inside. We have surely licked the stamp and sent it, and it is delivered us to turn 1. He gives us a little tap on the rear to say thank you very much for that. And as now we carry on, and we see we're on to lap 5 here, working our way through the end of the lap. And it is a full course safety car. A safety car was called out, and see, we are leading the pack now. Pedrino in the Haas is still behind us. See, the safety car's coming in. See how much the field is spread out. Very, very hectic stuff here at the short track races. And we're racing once again as we get underway. Again, on the end of lap 7, about to start lap 8, of course. It's a 25% race around the short track of Silverstone. And of course, following this, we have a 25% short track race around the COTA track. The COTA short track, of course. And we see we're flying. Already purple in first sector. And as we go on to the end of lap 10, we are absolutely flying and set a new fastest lap of a 53.7. We can fly through turn 1 now. See the Ferrari coming out of the pit lane just to our right there. We're going to try and get... He switches back across the track and catch me out a bit as he brakes very early. We've sort of hit him off there, but I mean, we were trying to lap him. So, I mean, just ignore that. We somehow went purple in the first sector. And you see, that was it, really. We move on to the end of the race, and it was a win. A lovely win in the wet. Very, very tricky. Very, very sweaty. But we got the win by 10 seconds and had the fastest lap by more than a second. So lovely stuff. You see, we're just coming to the end of our quali lap here in COTA. And we run towards the line. We've not got purple. Big mistake midway through the lap. And you see, this McLaren's making even more a bigger mistake as he flies across the grass there. And he's having an absolute mare. But anyway, and you see the Red Bull's already gone as we get underway straight away here, not mucking about at all. We managed to go round the racing point, and that's going to really compromise us into turn 1. We're going to be, as the two cars in front are battering away, we're up the inside, and we just about sort of squeeze the car out, and the Haas darts off to the left, and we've got a 5-second penalty for colliding with, I don't know what. We've been re-overtaken by the Haas. He's not happy at all. We're going to take that position right back and move up into P2. And see, the delta is quite high as we come to the end of the virtual safety car period on lap 3. It's a different virtual safety car period. We're going racing. We're going to really push this one. And the Ferrari has absolutely brake tested me there. He's absolutely breaches me, and we're darting straight into the pits. Not happy with that front wing damage. We're coming straight in to repair this front wing. Get a new front wing. And go to the end. Try and do the ultimate undercut, and hoping the Ferrari has a little issue here and there as we dive into the pits. Luckily, this time again, the pit guys are here. But of course, we're serving that ridiculous 5-second time penalty we got for crashing into, well, no one. We couldn't even see him. And see, this pit stop is going to take 13.5 seconds. We're held here for an absolute age. As we come out, we're going to be down in P6. As we come towards, see, this Ferrari is getting all over the shop. Or I should say Alpha. It's an Alpha, not a Ferrari. As we right up his chuff now of BT Moss. We're going to be looking maybe down into this corner, and it looks like we're going to try and work a move through here. And very tight, twisty section of the track, looking to find a way past. It looks like we've got a slightly better exit than we're catching a bit of rapid rate. Not trying to look around the outside. He squeezes us right off the track. We lose the rear completely. We've got a much better exit. He's really compromised himself. And we're going to do a Verstappen and a half. Only half of a Verstappen, because we only went half on the curb there. But up the inside on the long sweeping corner. And we've got the job done. You see now, we're racing Mercedes as he comes out the pit lane. A good pace for us. We managed to get up into fourth. So we sweep around his outside. He's still there. But we've got a much better run out the corner. And off we shoot into the distance. And up next is the Haas. And you see here, he is. The Ferrari had pitted. And we see we go into this corner. And he's absolutely outbraked himself into Narnia. And we get the position for P2. I'm now going to do my absolute best to hunt down the leader. But sadly, it wasn't enough. We shoot past this laps running Mercedes. Up dive down the inside. He gives us an absolute smack for good measure. And we're trying to lap the Renault here as well. But why? But that was the end of the race. We got a P1 and a P2 here. And I did not know, but it was set up as a championship. And we are the driver's champion of this. 45 points from getting 2 fastest laps and a first and second. And that's a great note to end on. Thank you very much for watching. And I'll see you all next time.